Angel Has Fallen is a solid ride you don't want to get off of. Here's my drive time review. Gerard Butler is back as Secret Service agent Mike Banning, and this time he's protecting the new president, played by Morgan Freeman, President Trumbull. Now let's take a moment to imagine a world under President Morgan Freeman. All right, back to the ugly reality. Okay, so Gerard Butler returns, and this time he's got some health issues. Of course, the wear and tear on his body from years of Secret Service detail and also from combat, it has taken a toll on him. So now he has a decision to make. The president goes fishing, and of course Mike is on detail with a lot of other Secret Service agents and police, and they are attacked by drones. So that was a really cool scene, the drone attack. I mean, well, it was disturbing to see men fall and be blown up. And the president is in the coma. And so now everything points to Banning as the culprit. So now Jada Pinkett Smith, it's her job to nail him. And of course, as it goes, Mike has to escape. We know that from the trailer. And prove his innocence. So Act 1 and 2 are pretty predictable. We pretty much have the story, the plot from The Fugitive, where he is on the run. There's a couple of scenes that reminded me of The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. And so, I mean, it's not very unique as far as the storytelling goes. But the action was pretty good. By the way, Radha Mitchell does not return. Piper Perabo has taken over the role. And I thought they might explain it away as far as he remarried, but they didn't. So you have to go beyond the fact that it's not the same actress. And essentially this character, Mrs. Banning, in this movie has a little more to do. And the other one, she was just the worried wife at home. Had really not much to do. So here, Piper Perabo has a little more to do. She's not central to the story, but there's a lot more going on at home this time. Okay, Nick Nolte is Papa Banning, and Mike has to seek him out because he knows his dad is off the grid. He has a distrust for the government, so he knows he can probably hide out there. Of course, we know that's not going to happen. So, of course, Papa Banning, Nick Nolte's character, that's not what his name is, character name is, but I'm calling him Papa Banning. Well, you know, he comes from a long line of badassery, so of course, Nick Nolte's character pulls out the tricks. And there's one scene which is really hilarious, and it fits his character so well, especially that the hobo look that he's come to be known for, the funny mugshot. So he's perfect in this film. It's a little sad to see he's a little slower. I don't know if that was for the character or that's him personally, so I hope it's for the character. The action is always fun to watch in these movies, even though the stories might be a little questionable sometimes. Especially the last one, London Has Fallen. I mean, I enjoyed it, but there were some things that made you feel a little uncomfortable because the terrorists, Middle Eastern terrorists, are the villains, and so there was a lot of dialogue directed towards the terrorists, but you know, some people might have been offended, which I can see. So, I mean, overall I enjoyed it except for those little details. So, of course, now in the third follow-up, luckily there's no ethnicity involved with the villains. It's just, again, a corporation, as always, is the villain, which is good. This one is not faceless. We have the villains, and obviously I'm not going to give away who it is, but it's not tied to any particular ethnicity. The first one was North Korean. Second one, like I said, were Middle Eastern terrorists. And in this one, luckily, there's no ethnicity involved as far as villainy. So Act 1 and 2 are pretty predictable. You pretty much have the plot line for The Fugitive, regardless, given different circumstances. But by Act 3, they really throw you a curveball, and you're like, oh, whoa, I thought this was going one way, and it just went another way. So I like that. And it's very edge of your seat. And that's what this franchise has been known for. We don't talk about the story, it's the action. The action is pretty good, and they always change up the setting, which always helps to change it up for every film. Because the problem with franchises, sometimes even though they change up the setting, some of the tricks are the same, like Fast and Furious. You can only do so much with cars. So I would recommend the movie, especially for people who like this franchise. I think they won't be disappointed. You don't go into these types of movies for the story, so the action delivers. The characters are very likable, and you're always going to be rooting for Gerard Butler's character, who puts a lot of emotion into it, and of course you can never go wrong with Morgan Freeman. The body count is very high in Angel Has Fallen, and I think it probably takes the prize for the most kills in the franchise because you have large groups of people being killed all at once. So people seem to love that. Again, movie violence, little questionable, but it's all in the name of entertaining you. Let us know in the comments where you're going to be seeing this weekend.